welcome to Lights and Uncorked, the show where we break down your favorite made-for-TV movies one bottle at a time. Who's calling me? Katie. I'm your host, Patrick Serrano, and today we are talking about Psycho Intern. Psycho Intern stars Emmanuelle Vaugier, Madison Smith, Ava Day, and Georgia Bradner. Now on the show, we either pour it up, which means yes, or put a cork in it, which means no thank you. So what are we going to do to this movie? Pour it up! Now if you haven't seen the movie and you want to avoid spoilers, you're going to want to go ahead and hit pause and come on back because I'm going to do a quick little recap starting now. The movie begins with a hunk named Alex who has anger issues and daddy issues. When his father yells at him about a bad college grade, Alex kills him. Cut to Maya, a working mother who is sending her daughter off to college and onboarding a new intern at her job. The intern is Alex, who falsified his resume to get the job. Maya's assistant, Kate, isn't impressed and is savagely rude to him. Alex runs into Maya on the way to the gym and is sure to show off his biceps. He also steals her passcodes by listening outside her office. When Kate gets in the way, he takes her out with another car accident. Kate survives, much to Alex's disappointment. Then, a jerk CEO shows up and is rude to Maya. Alex takes him out with Lifetime's favorite sabotage method, a food allergy.
You okay? Frank! Oh.
Frank?
Call 911! Frank.
Alex breaks into Maya's home and does the typical Lifetime psycho behavior. He smells her panties, is a peeping Tom, and keeps photos of Maya in his apartment. Alex finally gets his chance late one night in the office while celebrating a good pitch with Maya. They toast, and then they toast. They actually hook up on her desk, and the next day, Alex is ready to hold hands and be all lovey-dovey in the office, but Maya sets him straight, and Alex doesn't take it very well. Maya sees some red flags and does a Swiftie search. She looks into Alex's background and finds disturbing trends. Maya realizes that he lied about his past and has been accused of stalking women in the past. When she confronts him about it, Alex tries to blackmail her. Then he returns to the hospital and tries to take Kate out. She wakes up and sees him and calls the police. The police search his home and question Maya, but Alex disappears. Flash to 3 months later, Maya is dating a new guy named Ben, and she is excited for her daughter to return home from college. At the dinner, Emma brings home a surprise, her new boyfriend. His name is Andrew, but actually it's Alex. Maya is horrified, and it makes for a really awkward dinner. Eventually, Alex comes clean about who he is and pulls out a gun on everyone. Ben stabs Alex, but Alex grabs the knife and pulls it out of his chest. Then he uses the knife to take Emma hostage. Maya tries to reason with him, but finally realizes that she needs to just tell him the one thing he doesn't want to hear.
I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. I need to hear you say it.
How could I? Look at yourself. You're nothing but a disappointment.
Kate shows up and shoots Alex dead. Cut to everyone having a nice dinner without Alex. They toast to him being out of their lives, and that is Psycho Intern. So Psycho Intern takes one of the classic Lifetime tropes and flips it on its head. But here we have Maya who knows it's a bad idea to sleep with her intern, but she does it anyways because she's lonely, which is probably the worst thing to do when you're lonely. Like, maybe call a friend or like watch a movie, read a book. Don't sleep with your intern. Like, the movie is directed by Anne Foray, who has a few TV movies under her belt, and I think she really nails the pacing here. I like that we got to know right off the bat that Alex, the psycho intern, was psycho. He literally kills his parents in the first 5 seconds of the movie. It just escalates from there, right? So the sleeping together, the sexy part, doesn't actually happen until midway through the movie. So it keeps that like sexual tension brewing, like we know it's going to happen. And then when it finally does, Maya regrets it. She tells him no and like breaks it off. And that is the wrong thing to do with a psycho intern, because then the intern is going to smell your panties and break into your house and do all these kill your coworker, all these awful things that we don't want him to do. The thing is, when Madison Smith does all these things, it's kind of sexy, which undercuts the whole premise of the movie. He's supposed to be creepy and scary, but I can't help but think dirty thoughts when he's spitting into a salad. Is it me? He could definitely stalk me and watch me in the bathtub, okay? Also talk about Emmanuelle Vaugier and her, oh my god, I'm never gonna say this woman's name right. I'm so sorry. Emmanuelle, you know, she's French or something, French-Canadian, I'm sure. She has been in so many Lifetime movies. Always an icon, always great. We love her. Bring her back for more. She really just nails, kind of like Hot Mom. She's like a hot mom, but like a smart mom. She never plays like a bad. She has played a bad guy. Never mind. I like her more in the mom role than the villainess role. I think she does this role so well. She brings so much depth to the character, so we really like that. And now it is time for the Minority Report, the segment where we talk about representation in TV movies and why it matters. We had Ava Day as Kate, and we also had some uncredited actors as Jason the boss. There was the nurse, a detective, some police officers. They were all in there, but for some reason they're not listed on the IMDb at this time of recording. I'm sure they'll be added later. But yes, just wanted to give them a shout out as well. The great thing about Kate in the supporting role here, she's not necessarily the best friend. She's like a best friend / coworker. And I liked that the character was automatically suspicious of Alex right from the get-go. Just so good to have her be the voice of reason, and she's the person who ends up figuring it all out at the end, which is great, which is what we want for a POC character to actually matter to the plot, have some story of their own, and have a name, you know, these little things that we talk about and that matter. Okay, and I think that wraps it up for this episode. If you want more Lifetime Uncorked, you can follow me at Patrick Miguel or the show at Lifetime Uncorked. Don't forget to check out our podcast, which is now back from hiatus. We are teaming up with the Deck the Hallmark podcast for a very special episode about Killer Cheer Mom, and hopefully we'll be doing more of those soon. So keep an eye on that RSS feed, subscribe to the YouTube or what is it called? Apple Podcasts and Spotify, all that good stuff. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and tell your friends about it, okay? That would be great. We are still growing, still learning, still loving, still laughing. Yes, and if you'd like to donate to our Ko-fi page, that would be awesome. Okay, that's it. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.